Ken, don't you recognize me? Ken!
How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. So peer pressure is a thing, and sometimes we cave to peer pressure, and that peer pressure for me was finally picking up some Storm Arena figures. So today we have the OGs. We've got Ryu and Ken, and I had a couple of QC issues with Ken. He was missing his second ponytail, and then the peg on this head sculpt was loose and falling off, so I had to super glue that peg, and then I had to contact BBTS about the missing part, so hopefully they help fulfill me. So not off to a great start. The figures are awesome, but QC is already a thing, so what does that mean for the future of the line? And I remember Sagat had some like discoloration and breakage at his lower torso, whatever, so Jada also has a couple of QC issues, so they're really battling it out here, but I do really like this figures. So with all that being said, let's just get into it.
I'm your friend, damn it!
I caved into the peer pressure, y'all. Today we have Alpha Street Fighter 3, Ken and Ryu from Storm Arena. And so many people have told me, get him, get him, get him. And they finally restocked the original colors, so I was like, yeah, I gotta get them. Darkstalkers is coming. I have a separate Street Fighters display, and then these figures are gonna go into my Marvel vs. Capcom display, and it'll be a perfect little world. We get some headshots and artwork on the front of the boxes, as well as Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the backs. We get some poses for the figures. There's Ken, there's Ryu, so lots of poses and accessories for these guys. Street Fighter Alpha 3. And with all that being said, ready, fight! All right, so we've got Storm Arena, Ken, and Ryu out of the box, and they look great. They feel great. I know why everyone was talking about them. It's not like I didn't believe y'all. I just didn't want all the player 2 colors. I just wanted the main colors. So I played the waiting game, and yeah, you paid like what, $5 more than when they initially came out because they were 30. Now they're 35. But it is what it is. Those details are great. I love the anime art style of them. It's very Marvel vs. Capcom, very Street Fighter Alpha. Of course, it's like a prequel, so they're a little bit younger than in Street Fighter 2. Ken and Ryu, same body, different colored gi, different colored gloves, different head sculpts, obviously. But my gosh, they look fantastic. I really can't complain, and they feel so good. Like, the thing about Jada is Ken and Ryu were some of the earliest figures, and every release that they've done has just gotten better and better and better. So, you know, sometimes you gotta start over. And with the Storm Arena line, we're getting hopefully all of the Alpha characters. So that means all of the characters that are in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And those are the only ones that I'm gonna be grabbing from this line. But taking a look at the details, of course, Ryu has his black gi. He's got his red gloves, or not gi, but black belt, white gi, red gloves, and white headband. And then Ken is the red gi with the yellow gloves, black belt, and no headband, but he's got a very 90s ponytail with that little ribbon at the bottom, keeping it together. So yeah, these guys look amazing. I was talking about the ponytail, and then I noticed, wait, he's missing the rest of his ponytail. Let me know, y'all, if yours only came with one and you got to swap it, or it's supposed to come with two, because I only got one, and it was on the head sculpt that wasn't in the box. So sorry I missed that before, but I was like, wait, that's weird. That does not look right. So for articulation, we only need to go over one figure because they have the same articulation. I'm pretty sure that my Ken is missing a ponytail, so I'm gonna have to contact Big Bad Toy Store, which that sucks. But his head goes forward that far, backward that far. I'm sure Ken would be a little bit different because of his hair, but it is soft hair, so it doesn't really get in the way. Side to side, shoulders come up 90 degrees. We got beautiful butterfly joints, full bicep swivel, pinless double elbows, those are very nice. Torso articulation, he goes forward, pretty far actually. Backward, also pretty far when you include the waist. And then with the waist forward, he goes like almost completely bent over. So that's very nice. Drop down hips, wow. Those come all the way out to the side, back. We get a thigh cut. We get butt kicking action. That's such a really nice drop down. There's no boot cut I lied. There's a boot cut at the ankle. We get rockers and we get toe joints, and these guys can pose. That is a fact. I would never oppose someone claiming that these two guys fuck when it comes with to articulation. Like, they are pretty damn solid when it comes to articulation. When it comes to accessories, they're not super stacked. Ryu gets an alternate head and hands, and he gets a Hadoken effect, which is over there. Ken gets that punch effect, an extra head sculpt, and he gets an extra set of hands. He gets a pointing hand and a peace sign hand, and then some Hadoken hands. This is Ryu's stand. I'm using the peg to put the Hadoken on to put Ken's head, just because it's easier that way. But the stand is very nice. You can swap out that plastic one for a metal one that they gave you. It's got some nice range there. It's got a ratchet system when you want to put it higher and lower. Of course, those head sculpts are very nice. We got a grimacing Ryu and a smirking Ken. Very anime, very great. The effects pieces are nicely translucent with some paint and color variants on them. And the hands are also painted very nice as well. And they're softer plastic, so they're enjoyable. I don't feel like anything is going to break on these guys. They feel very sturdy, yet soft at the same time, which is nice. It's a nice feeling. So yeah, about as many accessories as you would get with a Jada release for these guys. I don't know. I'm really impressed with these guys, and you know, that's what everyone said, but I didn't want to be, oh yeah, they're going to be great. I had to know. Okay? First of all, for scale and comparison, here they are with the Jada toys, Ryu and Ken, and sadly, these guys are getting mogged by the Storm Arena, and it's mostly because these were some of Jada's earliest releases in the Street Fighter line, so it's understandable that they've improved. But holding these two in hand at the same time and then next to each other, it's like night and day. And I love the Jada ones. I'm not hating. I'm just saying these are like 3 years old almost at this point, 2.5, 3 years old, something like that. So yeah, there's really no comparison. But Jada, Chun-Li, and Cammy definitely scale very good. Like, they look perfect. They also look great next to Sagat, and I did have the Storm Arena Sagat in my pile of loot at a certain point, but I was like, you know what? He's not an MVC2. I can't just go down that rabbit hole and rebuy the same characters over again. So I skipped on him, and I really do like the Jada Sagat, so I'm not too bothered by it. Here they are with Marvel Legends Gamerverse Wolverine and SH Figuarts Gamerverse Spider-Man, and before you ask, no, I'm not going to make Wolverine stand up straight, because he's never standing up straight in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He's always hunched over. Also, then he would be way too tall. Here they are next to the Mattel Batman and Superman. Those scale really great too. Like, it's all scaled perfectly. And then lastly, with Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Ryu Hayabasa, so Ryu and Harley Quinn. I think that about covers it for y'all.
Take a good long look at me, damn it! Come on, this is a real fight! Tell me who I am! Ryu. Yes.
So with all that being said, y'all, if you can't tell, I think that these two are totally awesome. I think Storm Arena knocked it out of the park with Ken and Ryu, which leads me to believe that all of their other releases are going to be solid as crap as well. So I'm definitely excited to start filling out that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 roster. That's what I'm really looking forward to when it comes to the Storm Arena. I know we got Darkstalkers coming. We just got the pre-order for Lilith, who is in Marvel vs. Capcom. So I also just got Onslaught today, and I did a tiny little quick review because it's a re-release of a BAF, and yeah. But yeah, I like these figures, and if you like this video, make sure you smash the like button. Remember to keep your head up and stay brave. Be kind to local LGBTQ+ community and the minorities in your community. Just we need that together this right now. If you're protesting, be extra super duper safe. I love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.
Just wait 1 minute. I'm watching this new Rowdy Rouse video and it's really awesome. I don't want to miss it.
It's like this chick that reviews action figures and it's really freaking cool.
Yes, I think I saw some videos. There's some really good contents out there, you know?
She reviews the ponies and stuff because you knows I love ponies.
She doesn't review ponies. It's freaking cool stuff, Toki.